Kieran Pender is a senior lawyer at Human Rights Law Centre and has been campaigning to protect whistleblowers. He joins us now. Kieran, the whistleblowers in the Ben Roberts-Smith case are being celebrated, but David McBride is facing jail. So what's the difference here?
There's no difference. All of the whistleblowers who helped expose Australia's wrongdoing in Afghanistan made Australia a better place by ensuring transparency and accountability. Those who contributed to the Brereton inquiry, those who gave evidence to the Ben Roberts-Smith case, and David McBride, who is alleged to have given documents to the ABC that became the basis for the Afghan Files reporting. The Brereton inquiry itself said that whistleblowers in the Defence Force needed to prosper rather than be punished, and yet the first person to face trial in relation to Australia's war crimes in Afghanistan will be the whistleblower, David McBride, in November, and not any of the alleged war criminals. That is manifestly unjust, and the injustice of that has only been underscored by the events of this week.
So under what kind of legal pretense should these charges be dropped?
The Attorney-General, Mark Dreyfus KC, and the Commonwealth Director of Public Prosecutions both have the power at any time to intervene and discontinue this case. There's no public interest in prosecuting whistleblowers. The Attorney-General knows that. Last year he intervened to end the case against Bernard Collaery, who helped expose Australia's wrongdoing in Timor. He's long been a champion for whistleblowers, the Attorney-General, and it's high time that he intervened to end this case before it goes to trial.
Kieran, I think we're in the midst of seeing the effect of what whistleblowers coming forward can be, but what would the consequences be if David McBride is convicted?
The consequences are twofold. Firstly, David McBride might go to jail. I've been in touch with him in recent days, him and his lawyer. Understandably, they're very apprehensive. They're very concerned about the stark contrast between this week's events and the fact that he will be on trial in November. He has a family, he has children. He told me that he's filled with anxiety about what might happen to his family and his children if he goes to jail after November. Then there's also the fact that this case has a chilling effect on whistleblowers everywhere. If you're a whistleblower and you witness government wrongdoing, why would you speak up when this could be the consequence? The Australian government has very commendably been acting over the past year on integrity. They've established an anti-corruption commission. They've moved to protect whistleblowers and change whistleblowing law. But while this trial continues, while the Attorney-General fails to act, those commendable efforts are undermined and whistleblowers are staying silent.
Kieran, I suppose there's a broader question here, right, about an individual taking it into their own hands. And we all know that killing is a fact of war. Death is a fact of war. Should it be up to individuals to decide, you know what, I'm going to hand over the documents. I'm going to be the person that tells the broader story about this?
There was a clear public interest in exposing Australia's wrongdoing in Afghanistan, as the events of this past week have demonstrated. The decision from the federal court vindicated that reporting by the 9 newspapers, by Nick McKenzie, by Chris Masters, and it vindicates the work of whistleblowers who informed the Brereton inquiry and informed public understanding. With that understanding, we can have transparency, we can have accountability, and we can have justice. I think that underscores the critical point here, which is that we need justice for those who suffered as a result of Australia's wrongdoing in Afghanistan. The Brereton inquiry called for compensation and redress for victims and survivors and families in Afghanistan. That hasn't happened yet. Thursday's judgment was a significant moment for public interest journalism in Australia, but it's high time the Australian government got on with the effort of justice, reparations, compensation, and ending this prosecution of a whistleblower.
Kieran Pender, thanks so much for your time.
Thanks very much.